The rapid spread of coronavirus, which is known as COVID-19, and the implementation of the lockdown affected the South African individuals, schools, businesses, and the South African economy, whereby the repo rate had to be reduced twice. At higher education institution, it affected us enormously because the institution had to transition from contact classes to online classes. The institution had to place study material online for students to access them. The institution had to develop innovative and flexible ways to offer both theoretical and practical components to students and find alternative forms of formative assessment. In this video, we will be looking at how the corruption that occurred during the COVID-19 lockdown affected the students. Before COVID-19 lockdown began, students were able to do their work without any distraction and worrying. But as soon as South Africa began its lockdown, the marks of the students slightly dropped because they had no access to the internet, they had no gadgets to use for typing their schoolwork and to access their study material online. Students were promised laptops, but they never got them. We will see how corruption led to students failing and submitting late assignments.
Okay, good morning. Our today's lecture is based on how to format the Word documents, right? When formatting the Word documents, some of the things that you have bear in mind is that before you do anything, you have to highlight your document, right? Whatever that you are formatting, you have to highlight it. Now let me say we are changing our page color, maybe to blue. When changing the page color, you don't have to highlight anything, right? We're changing it to be blue. I hope it's blue, this one. Yeah.
So can you start again?
I'm saying if you are changing the page color, you don't have to highlight. What? If you highlight this, then what? It's gonna change only this. You see? So let's say we are formatting now the word theme to be bold and to be underlined. You go to the whole next one. You see the heading? Let's put it on the center.
Look at the cases.
Good people, what's happening there? Hello?
We're going to die.
Sorry?
We're going to die.
This is in pass. Maybe.
Oh, wait. Let's see what we've got here.
This guy.
Oh.
I'm very worried about it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This message saying that the butler is our mark.
Which marks? Yeah.
Mathematics, mathematics, the
Mathematics
last
marks.
assignment
Isn't it?
on the ITS.
All
Let's
right.
connect to free internet.
Eduroam.
Eduroam is
Our South African data.
Internet.
free education, free internet.
Free internet.
Ah,
I got 79.
17. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
80%.
Oh,
Ah, Benjamin.
How much
This
did
is
you
like
get?
my citation, you know, let's just leave it
Next time.
with our free internet of South Africa.
Next time.
You got how much?
We got you.
49%.
49%.
Next time.
Harap ya saka diwa ba kwetu very gana.
What time is it? Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock.
This has taken quite a long time. Fellow South Africans, I'm addressing you this evening on a matter of great national importance. The world is facing a medical emergency far graver than what we have experienced in over a century. The World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus.
Good day, viewers. Welcome to E-News Prime Time. COVID-19, it was initially reported to the World Health Organization on December 31st, 2019. On January 30, 2020, the World Health Organization declared the COVID-19 outbreak as a global health emergency. And on 11 March 2020, the World Health Organization declared the COVID-19 a global pandemic. Here are common symptoms of COVID-19: cough, fever, sore throat, and short breath.
Greetings. As stated in our last briefing, government is committed to ensure that all NSFAS students have access to an appropriate device to support their online learning and to ensure that no student is left behind. With that being said, I'm proud to announce that all NSFAS beneficiaries will be awarded with laptops to assist them in their online learning. Students will also be awarded with 30 gigabytes mobile data, of which 10 will be during the day and 20 during the night. These laptops that will be awarded will be given to all the students, as we have said, who are NSFAS beneficiaries. It will not only be given to university students, but also college students will also receive these devices so that they can also proceed with their academics during this lockdown period. Furthermore, every university will be responsible to delivering study materials to their students as we are in the lockdown period to help them to further their studies and complete their courses. I thank you.
Oh, due date is tomorrow. Let me call Pesh.
Hello. Hey. No. I don't have data and my father just got retrenched from work. What? I have not yet received data and I don't have study material. The submission date is tomorrow.
Everything has changed at school.
No, man, don't stress yourself. Tell me.
We're studying online, we're doing everything online, so I can't do it. I can't cope with this new system, Daddy. No, they don't provide data, they don't provide anything.
No,
And they don't know why we say there's no network.
no, I'll try to provide that and I will try to provide that.
Oh, baby, please, Daddy, please.
Don't stress yourself. You must focus on your academics like that.
protocol observed. We agreed with all stakeholders that we will assure the distribution for all NSFAS beneficiaries. It is our concern to make sure that we finish this academic year. Now, to you, Mr. Bradbury, I want to know, how is the arrangement going on the wing and technology-based PTY Ltd?
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Minister. As technology-based PTL Ltd, we're still waiting for the funding. Because on our side, we signed and submitted the quotation to NSFAS. Thank you.
Thank you for the response, Mr. So, how is that arrangement going on your side?
My Honorable Minister.
Yes.
On the 1st of April, we received 4 billion from the Minister of Finance.
You received how much?
It was 4 billion from the Minister of Finance, of which it was supposed to be 10 billion. That was not enough to buy all the gadgets.
So are you telling me, sir, that the Minister of Finance gave you only 4 billion instead of 10 billion?
Yes, our Honorable Minister.
Do you have facts or at least some paperwork to prove that?
According to our financial statement, sir,
yes,
we received 4 billion. Here is in proof.
Right. I see. Okay, it's no problem, Mr. Ramkusat. It's no problem. Because 4 billion was awarded to you, I'm sensing a little bit of corruption here. Because it was supposed to be 10 billion, not 4 billion. So with that being said, I will revisit the fund analysis from the Minister of Finance and further investigation will be considered regarding the missing 6 billion rand. Madam Secretary, please contact the Minister of Finance and schedule the meeting.
Thank you, sir. I will definitely do so.
I thank you, my members.
I speak on behalf of students, research, mothers and fathers. Have hope, faith and look for bright colors because they took advantage of us due to this coronavirus. Okay, let me focus on students. Let's stand up and do this because no one will fight for us as students. Ministers and appellants claim our belongings like no one's business. They promise us gadgets, money in and out like, what's that? Suddenly, they moan about budgets. It's just an awareness, not a petition. We are the billions of donation, but I'll stop here because I'll get confrontation.
Enough is enough. Let's break the chain of corruption before we destroy our future leaders.
If they are not exposed by me and you, who is responsible? Let's turn up the volume of stopping corruption.
Give corruption a good knock. Don't give or take bribes.
Oh, good day everyone. Corruption is the use of a position of trust for dishonest gain. It always benefits two parties. And the dead parties always suffers. In our context, the dead parties is the student because they did not get the gadget that they promised, which resulted to the inability of engaging with lecturers when online classes were in process. They were unable to pass their online test because some of them depended on the smartphone to engage in an e-learning. They submitted their assignment late, and others totally had nothing to do because they had data but no laptops or smartphone, which became useless. The impact of coronavirus reflected more when the students got back to campus because they had to deal with the fact that their marks had dropped a lot and they have to submit assignments that they were to at the end. They were to at the beginning of the lockdown. The workload increased day in and day out, which increased pressure of students. When reflecting about the project as a whole, all group members had different ways of doing things, but we managed to put that aside and work as a team. Because we all had one goal, which is to see the project become a success. Everyone played their part in making sure that their seats is short on time and According to the brief that we got from the coordinators, time management and leadership skills were observed throughout the shooting of the project. Not only from the coordinators, but also the rest of the group members. As a group, we learned that prior preparation prevents poor performance. In my conclusion, I would like to encourage members and community to say no to corruption. And corruption is bad. To the management, I plead with you, please put the needs of the student at first. I thank you.
VILANE